We have Ellie in Washington State. Thank you so much for waiting, Ellie, and for calling in. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm happy. So I'm good.
Good.
How can I help?
So what I called about, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, how can I help?
So I called because I was looking for a little bit of advice. I heard earlier on the show that you said that you also deal with, you're an atheist and you have Christian family members. So I'll just cut to the chase. I am reuniting with my family after not seeing them for about 10 years. I'm an atheist. My dad is a pastor, and my grandmother is on her deathbed. And my family asked me if there's any way I could just pretend to be a Christian when I'm around her and tell her that I reconverted so she could have, that peace when she passes away. And I'm just having a moral dilemma about it, because I just don't feel like it's right to lie to her face, but also know that if it gives her a little bit of comfort that she's going to see me in the afterlife, is it selfish for me not to just play along with it just for a couple hours? I don't really have a lot of atheist friends, so all the friends that I've asked for advice, they just really don't know what to say. So I just wanted to ask another atheist.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm as sympathetic to your situation as I can be. I'm very sorry that you're going to lose your grandmother. I miss both of mine, and one of them, we had conversations about this. So I'm assuming that based on the way you phrase things, your grandmother currently knows and believes that you're an atheist.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. When I came out 10 years ago, I was pretty bombastic about it. So
let me ask this. Completely ignoring what you want and completely ignoring what your parents and the people who are asking you to pretend want, what do you think your grandmother would want? Would she want the truth, or would she want, my grandmother, if I had told her on her deathbed that I found my way back to Jesus, I think she'd know I was lying. And I think she would realize that I'm saying that because I suspect she's about to die. But we had some conversations about that. What do you think your grandmother would want? And do you think that it would actually make her happy? And would she believe it?
Honestly, I don't know what my grandmother would want. I haven't really spoken to my family. This is the most conversation I've had with them in 10 years. I'm only basing my judgment on who I knew who she was 10 years ago. I just don't want to lie to her face, on her. If I was laying on a deathbed, I wouldn't want anyone lying to me. And I feel like that she would know, but I don't know whether that would comfort her or not.
Then my advice
the main issue I'm having this, whether I should just come. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Then my advice to you is don't lie. There are plenty of things that you can say to your grandmother that would be wonderful and potentially comforting. Because you can tell her how much you love her. You can tell her that, while there are things that you don't agree on, there are many things that you do agree on, that you will have fond memories of her. I'm assuming you're going to have fond memories of her. If not, I'm not, you're just kind of going along with the rest of the family for this. But I mean, I know in my case, I was able to tell my grandmother all kinds of awesome things before she died and right up until she died. And we were as close then, and she loved me, whether or not I believed in Jesus. And I think that if you're feeling uncomfortable lying, that first of all, it's understandable, and let's not pretend that it's not. It's understandable that your family might want to lie, in the face of someone dying. I can imagine that. I can imagine all kinds of virtuous lies that we want to try to share in order to protect someone's feelings, to show the people that we love and care about them that we're trying to do something for them. I just don't think that people are as gullible as some people would think. I find it interesting that you also think perhaps your grandmother would suspect you're lying. But also, if the theists, the Christian theists in your life are asking you to lie about what you believe, I think there's some value in saying, I won't lie about what I believe. I will be a good person to the end, and I will tell someone that I love and care about them. I will tell them that I'm going to cherish their memory. I'm going to tell them that they will be missed. But to lie to them, it should almost be embarrassing that they are on the side advocating for dishonesty when someone is at a point where honesty and openness and love is what needs to take the day. I wouldn't do it, but also I would have no objection to you or anybody else lying in that situation.
Okay. Now, you know what? I agree, honestly. Now that I've heard you and heard what you said, I don't think I could lie to her. I'm a bad liar anyway. I think she would see right through it. But also, I don't want to tell her that she's going to see me in heaven when that's a place I don't want to go. So thank you, Matt, for answering my question and giving me such good advice. I really do appreciate it.
Well, I hope it works out. And, if you run into difficulties with your family, or maybe you might end up having an actual conversation with your grandmother. I don't know if it's likely to happen. I don't know if anything, in these really near death, end of life situations, those kind of conversations may not even happen. It may just be, let me give you a hug. Let me hold your hand. Let me sit here and smile with you. Just being in the room, even if we're not able to communicate, should be enough. I mean, I have people that I love and people who love me who never need to say it or talk about other things. Just a look, there is that connection. And the fact that somebody can put their hand on your back or hold your hand or do all of those things that are truly about caring for and comforting another person, that don't depend on words, and they don't depend on beliefs, and they don't depend on these ideas that are normally used to divide us. The things that bring us together don't often have words.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ellie. I wish you all the best. I appreciate you calling. Hang up on me.
Thank you again, Matt. All right. Okay. Well, bye.
Thank you.